Welcome everybody in the Chivaverse. The Rebaño's first squads will be out lion hunting this weekend. Tapa will be looking to close the gap between the leaders. See you in a few. Good afternoon, Mr. and Mrs. Latino America, and all you Chiva hermanos and Chiva hermanas around the globe. All you mothers and misters, Chiva brothers and sisters. Welcome to We Go Chew Live. We're transmitting directly from La Perla Tapatía, home to the most glorious of teams, El Club Deportivo Guadalajara. Welcome, everyone, to We Go Chew Live. ¿Cómo están todos? Bienvenidos al Chivaverso. We're hanging out here. Yes, we got to talk. We got to let it out. We got to let the pressure out. Gaby, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás, Alfredo?
Hi, Robert, and hi, everybody that's already starting the Chivas conversation in the chat. A lot of information, as usual, for everybody. Welcome to We Go To Live, the show in English for all our Chiva hermanos and Chiva hermanas that live outside Mexico and for some reason speak mostly in English. As you can see right here, it says Chivas TV, so we are official. So welcome, everybody. Alfredo, how are you, my friend?
Hi, Gabi. Hi, Robert. Hi, Chiva hermanos. Very excited to be here with you guys. Very excited for another We Go To episode. We're going to discuss, we're going to dissect, we're going to analyze of course, what's going on with Chivas Varonil, of course, what's going on with Chivas Femenil. We also have information on El Tapatio, on the subs, Cantera Rojiblanca as a whole. We have Santi Sandoval playing with the unders of the Mexican national team. So we have plenty of information. As Robert was saying at the beginning of the show, the team is now heading off to Chicago for a friendly against León, for a friendly to hopefully reaccommodate some pieces for a friendly to hopefully, keep building that synchronization that the team, of course, is building up under the new coach, under the new management. And of course, hello to everyone on the who's watching us on the Chivas digital platforms, on the official Chivas digital platforms, as well as our friends watching us on the Telemundo Deportes platforms as well.
So welcome, everyone. Thank you so much. We're going to be talking about all of that, of course. You see this mustache? Every day, grayer and grayer. But my friends, we got to talk about it. We got to let it out of our system. Our Chivas are going on safari. Yeah. Tanto Varonil como Femenil, both of them are out lion hunting this weekend, as Alfredo just reminded us. But first, let's talk about the game. Cruz Azul, Chivas, Saturday. What's up? What's up, Gabi?
Oh my gosh, you're going first with me. Okay.
Of course.
Okay. Well, I mean, what can I say? Every time I get a little frustrated or extra frustrated, my friend Robert Amorelli comes to my mind with the glass half full quote. And I'm like, okay, is this really half full? Am I keeping this glass half full and somehow it's getting empty again? I don't know. It's frustrating because, again, I think we have to be critical, right? We always try to speak from a fan point of view, but also we try to be we try again, because people in the chat sometimes are like, hey, you're not low, whatever. We try to be critical. And we are not playing necessarily that bad. Again, it's errors. It's strategic, probably. The fans definitely do not deserve this kind of heartbreak. Not at this point in the tournament. We are in the 16th place of the general table. It's not looking good. So, yes, it's frustrating. We went down with Cruz Azul. Cruz Azul had good minutes. It was a good game. Chivas had good minutes. It was a good game, but it was not enough. And we are facing a wall here where sometimes we always talk about how good we are and how good players we have, but it's not enough. Alfredo, how are you? I mean, I know you're good, but what do you think about this?
What do you think?
Yes, so I always like to analyze it from. I like to, abstract myself from the result, from the final score, from what the scoreboard said at the end of the 90 minutes, and I like to observe at the game as a whole, what we saw on the pitch. I gotta say that the best minutes for El Rebaño were probably after the tie, after we managed to equalize, all the way until around the 40th minute of the first half. I think that, I was getting pretty excited. I'm not gonna lie. Let's say between those minutes, but that I was mentioning, because I saw Chivas moving the ball accurately with a lot of footballing idea. Whenever we lost the ball, we activated the high and the mid pressure with great intensity. We managed to recover many balls at Cruz Azul's half, which of course speaks about the offensive proposal that we're trying to impose. And remember, guys, that when you try to impose an offensive proposal, it's always going to take a lot more time because it has a lot of automatisms that the team needs to develop. So it's always going to take time, and it's always going to be rough, especially when you play against some of the top teams in the league, such as Cruz Azul, for example, more experienced team than Milito's Chivas when disputing these sort of matches. But yeah, I was getting excited. Then of course we got scored on, and it was just not the same. But I would lie if I say that I saw everything negative on Saturday.
No, the vibe I was mentioning before with production, the vibe in the on off the pitch, well, actually in live, was very good. Everybody was excited. We're expecting to be able to score at any moment, but unfortunately, the goals are not finding the place in. Because I was mentioning also with you guys, I said, if you can do that, you look forward to score. You know, we are putting them in there, but we're not scoring enough. We're -3, I think, after the 6 matches. We're still one behind, right? We're still one behind against Tigres, which
Hmm.
is coming up. So that is a glass half full way to look at it. I mean, come on. We have to look at our forwards. They're doing what they have to do. Milito mentions it, and actually we're going to go to his words in a moment, but he mentions it. What's going on with these balls against the travesaños, right? What's happening? What's going on there? It's like we have some kind of witchcraft going on against us, because the truth is the team at some points, like Alfredo was saying, is just pure magic. It's football, the beautiful game. You could see it. One touches, they get the ball back, they take advantage, they overpressure, but the other guys with 2 chances, they put us against the ropes,
Right.
And we're not saying it, but where we're finding, or at least where I'm seeing the problem, is in the defense, So
Right.
that's just my opinion. Anyway, let's see what the Profe Milito had to say about his rebaño.
Y bueno, estamos en esta dinámica, ¿no? Que nos suceden este tipo de cosas. Si no es un penal, es un remate y gol, y en qué momentos te toca recibir, ¿no?, ese tipo de situaciones. Sí creo que este grupo de jugadores, el cuerpo técnico que me acompaña, los dirigentes y también, por supuesto, nuestra gente, el hincha, no merece estar atravesando este momento. Ahora, la realidad es la que es, debemos hacernos responsables y seguir intentando, luchando, como lo hacemos siempre, y quebrar a través del esfuerzo, a través del juego, a través del trabajo, esta dinámica, que estoy convencido que va a cambiar. Creo que de las crisis se superan, y para eso se necesita de la fortaleza. Y en ese sentido no nos vamos a entregar hasta el final, no nos vamos a entregar, ni yo como conductor, ni los jugadores, que son los que siguen la propuesta, lo que nosotros le ofrecemos. No, sobre todo viendo el rendimiento del equipo, ¿no? Los resultados son inobjetables y son claramente inesperados, inmerecidos, pero reales. Lo aceptamos, aguantaremos lo que haya que aguantar, en nuestra interna, porque sabemos la magnitud de Chivas, sabemos lo que se genera ganando y lo que se genera perdiendo, ¿no? Pero internamente tenemos las cosas claras y seguiremos buscando ese resultado que deseamos. Tuvimos situaciones de cotorro en profundidad y al espacio. Perdón que lo interrumpa, pero le quiero decir, ellos nos remataron 2 veces de afuera y fueron goles, y nosotros rematamos de afuera 2 veces con Efra y no fueron goles. Tuvimos situaciones abajo del arco y no pudimos convertir. Y evidentemente la eficacia en el fútbol es fundamental. Quizás no tuvimos esa dosis de acierto de cara al gol, pero lo que es indudable es que el equipo se brinda al máximo, que los jugadores merecen mucho más de lo que están obteniendo. Pero hay que asumir la realidad. Yo el primero, reconocer lo que está bien, pero también repasar esto, ¿no? De siempre empezar perdiendo, te va condicionando en el desarrollo del partido. Pero el equipo va, aún perdiendo el equipo va, no se rinde, nunca. Y juega como a mí me gusta. Neutralizar un equipo como Cruz Azul es muy difícil, jugar todo el partido mano a mano era necesario hacerlo, porque si no Cruz Azul es un equipo que te mueve bien y además con un resultado adverso estás todavía mucho más obligado. Y es lo que hizo el equipo.
Mic drop right there. Alfredo, what's the hidden message, my friend?
I think that he was, at the end of the day, no, of course, abstracting himself from the scoreboard, as I was saying earlier. He was somewhat pleased because I think that he believes that playing, 2 against 2, the 2-2 Cruz Azul, I think that he believes that it was of course, it is. It's Chivas at home. Come on, the right choice. So I think that he was fine. He said that we neutralized Cruz Azul. I will share that. I believe the same. I saw the match, and I think that we managed to pretty much neutralize them. We managed to, pretty much shut them down for the majority of the match. So I would say that the hidden message pretty much is keep believing and asking mainly the players to keep believing, because I think that he believes that if we keep married to the playbook, we will probably the results unavoidably should arrive.
Agreed completely. Just got to keep the hope, keep the faith. There's something from a couple years ago. Unidos. You guys read the rest. Okay? And that's the truth. And if you don't believe that, I don't know why you're here and why you're on the chat and you're spouting so much garbage. But anyway, my friends, right?
That's true.
La neta. If you don't believe, then what are you doing here? I have this hope so big inside me that every day I believe something beautiful will happen. So, anyway.
It's part of the game.
You have to have hope.
Yeah.
I have to have hope. As we have hope that our Chivas versus León in this friendly will finally start getting the path that Alfredo's been talking about. They got to find the path. So, where can we watch this match, my friends?
So it's Chivas against León. It's this week. I'm sorry, guys. Something came up on my screen. I'm unable to read it. Would you?
I got it. I got it.
Guys, sorry.
So Chivas is playing a friendly match against León in Chicago in SeatGeek Stadium, if I'm not mistaken, on Sunday, September the 7th. And you can watch in Mexico through Prime Video, La Casa de las Chivas, and in the United States en Telemundo Deportes, La Casa de las Chivas en los Estados Unidos, 4 p.m. Mexico time. If you are in a different time zone, please do the math. But yes, this is a friendly match because remember that we have fecha FIFA. So this is a friendly match for this Sunday, September the 7th. Chivas against León.
We must hope. We have to believe.
We have to believe.
We have to believe. It's the truth.
Yeah.
It's the only way. It's the only way. So we're going to start winning. It's going to happen. Gabi,
Yes.
let's move on. Let us talk about.
Wait. Production. Yeah, production is highlighting something important because remember, it's fecha FIFA, right? And Mexico is playing against Japan. I love Japan, by the way. Side note. And Korea. And Tala Rangel and Piojo Alvarado have been called for the squad to face these two teams in fecha FIFA. So we wish them the best of luck. And please, guys, come back healthy and safe. We need you, please. And have fun out there, right?
Of course. That's the most important thing. But those are exciting matches. Japan and Korea. They play some spectacular soccer, man.
I was going to the Japan game, and unfortunately, life got on the way, and I couldn't. But I mean, I had the great opportunity to be in the World Cup in 2022, and we stayed at a villa with a bunch of Japanese fans from, and they were like so kind and so sweet. And yeah, all my best to Japan and the Japanese fan base. So yeah, moving on. I think it's time.
It is time. Let us speak of nuestras chingonas.
Nuestras chingonas. This is kind of a bittersweet week show because, as you know, Chivas Femenil faced Tigres Femenil on week 9 of Liga MX Femenil, and unfortunately, we went with a loss of 4-2 against Las Amazonas. And I mean, there's no secret. This is not a derby. This is not a clásico, but we sure have history with Tigres Femenil, right? A huge history. And it would be a mistake for underestimate any of these teams, whatever it is your position and your points and whatever it is that you're doing currently on the season. And these games, you have to win them. Because of you're very talented, because you have to be very proud, because you have to give it all. And I'm sorry, excuse me. And of course, we went down very early on the game, and that, of course, sets the tone for the rest of the game. But one thing that has Chivas Femenil, and I'm not tired of saying this, is that we have a whole lot of heart. And we managed to came back from a 3-0 in the first half, and we managed to get 2 goals that gave us hope. It was going to be very hard from the beginning. Jenny Hermoso and everybody in Tigres Femenil did their thing, and we know they're fearless, and we know they have a lot of talent in their roster. So it was a hard match. But before going much further and listening to you guys and everybody in the chat, what do you have to say about this match? Let's listen to the assistant coach, Fernando Fernandez, what he had to say.
Mira, sensaciones, el primer tiempo, tanto como el segundo tiempo, creo que dominamos al rival en varias fases del juego. Si te fijaste, los primeros 15 minutos eran de Chivas completamente, y otra vez errores en la marca, en la comunicación, y eso nos condiciona a partir de ahí. Pero esa es la parte que nos deja un poquito molestos, que un error nos condiciona, y si te fijas, los cuatro goles fueron simplemente errores. Y la última, los rivales, vienen rivales complicados, pero bueno, primero salir de esto, pensar en León, y ya pensaremos en el calendario, ¿va? ¿Cómo corregirlo? Con trabajo, no hay más que trabajar. Como bien dices, ya llevamos los mismos goles que el torneo pasado, pero 4 se marcan en un solo partido. Entonces, antes de este partido, si te fijas, estábamos en segundo lugar empatados con 4 goles, con mismo América, Pumas y nosotros, si no estoy mal, y hoy el partido se rompe y nos meten 4 y es otra historia, ¿no? Entonces, no volvernos locos, hablar con las jugadoras, organizarnos, replantearnos y bueno, pensar en León, en revertir este momento.
I'm sorry, I said Fernando and it's Francisco Fernandez. I apologize. And yeah, it's very clear. We had good minutes. We had the opportunity. And again, one thing that has Chivas Femenil is a whole lot of heart, and they never give up. And we proved it. it was not enough. Unfortunately, we just keep saying these words, same as Varonil, but this time with Femenil. It's not the end of the world. The girls are doing okay, and we're facing León. Remember that we have a huge winning score against León Femenil. 20 games played, we have won 18. So I know this is not only about the numbers, this is about performance, and I'm pretty sure we're going to get a hang of what it's about winning again and keep scoring and keep adding points to the table so we can face a future playoff situation. But I'm getting ahead of myself. But it's a game against León this Friday. But what do you guys think? It was a tough match against Las Amazonas. Unfortunately, a 4-2 in their favor. What do you guys think about this?
Well, I like Francisco Fernandez's style more than anything. He's very open about what happened. I think in the chat they wanted a translation, but basically I'll give it to you in the short form. Francisco basically said that there were mistakes and you pay for mistakes, right? And that they're going to talk with the young ladies and they're going to work on it. And the only way out of this is hard work. And that's the truth. That's the truth. We know what these ladies are capable of. And like you were saying, Gabi, every day, every week, we say the same thing, right? But it's the truth. And you can't hide that sort of stuff. The quality's there. What other team has a Blanca Felix?
Exactly.
Who else has, and we got to mention something. You're going to mention something a little bit super interesting about Blanca. Who else has the top scorer Liga Femenil?
Right.
Okay. It's just about, it's like the universe, guys, it flows. And like the river, we have to let it flow. 18,
Yes.
I mean, we're going to be playing against León. A tough match, probably. But in reality, right? What do we see there?
Yeah.
Another opportunity to prove everybody wrong.
Yeah.
Okay?
Totally.
And Alfredo, what I would like to ask you specifically, I have like very mixed emotions and feelings about the substitutions of El Mr. Contreras in this kind of game, because we saw in the last game when Adriana Iturbide came in, everything changed and we scored. Right. So right. I don't know. I'm trying to understand my best, but what are your feelings about what's going on right at the end of the game? Because remember, the substitutions come at the 80-something minute mark. So what do you think? Is that a good strategy?
So I think that whatever strategy management might have had, we gotta take into consideration, and we cannot ignore the fact that we were losing 3-0 by halftime. And that's right. something that might switch all the plans may be turned around because it is an extreme situation. So maybe management would have thought, well, it's 3-0 by halftime. What if we just reaccommodate some pieces of the pieces that are already inside the pitch? Making a substitution may be risky. It's always tough to tell a player to come in with such a negative score. Then we managed to make a little, score 2 goals. We only received 1 in the second half. So let's say that whenever the substitutions came in was probably for the script that was already set towards the final minutes of the game.
Right. And yeah, I mean, I'm going to highlight very quickly, and before going to something else, that today is the 8-year anniversary of Blanca's Felix debut with Chivas Femenil, and of course with Liga MX Femenil, because remember, she has been with Chivas Femenil from the very beginning. And yeah, congratulations to our goalkeeper, histórica del Rebaño Sagrado. Undoubtedly, like, she is one of the icons, and she's going to be for sure a legend of Chivas Femenil, and she always has been, with 3 cups under her belt. So yeah, congratulations to Blanca Felix, and many, many, many more years to come.
And don't forget to watch Gabi's piece on Blanca Felix. ¿A dónde?
on YouTube,
right?
Chivas
Look
official YouTube channel.
Ahí está,
So
pues.
we're
Ahí está. So,
about
my friends, sorry about that, Alfredo. Let's quickly wrap this up. We're going to play against Leon. Okay?
yes.
The stats are in our favor. Okay?
Yes.
So, what can we expect? What do you guys think is going to happen against Leon? Another opportunity.
It usually goes well against Las Panzas Verdes. We've defeated them on 18 out of the 20 occasions that we've faced them. Actually, in 16 out of those 20 matches, we managed to score at least 2 goals. So let's say that the particular series against them has been very well dominated. Having said this, León sits ninth. They only have 1 point ahead of us, so it's gonna be duelo directo, pretty much a direct duel. Only 1 point in between them. They're gonna put it all. They're gonna put it all. So it's not gonna be. I'm not expecting such an easy situation, but I'm hopeful that we're gonna come out on top.
For sure.
Boat show. There's no way but up. Okay? There's no way but up. Where can we watch this, Gabi?
Yes, sir. Where can we watch? Liga MX Femenil Week 10, match Week 10, Friday, September the 5th. León Femenil against Chivas Femenil. Esmeraldas contra Rebaño Sagrado, 7 p.m. Mexico time. If you're in a different time zone, you know what to do. And in Mexico, you can watch through Tubi. Remember, you have to download this app and you can watch the game at 7 p.m. Mexico time. Match week number 10 of Liga MX Femenil.
There we go.
Tubi. It's not so bad. Not so bad. It's pretty good, actually. Alfredo, we haven't forgotten you, my brother. What's up with Tapa? Tapa is pushing. They're fierce right now. Tell us about it.
Moving into Tapatio news, to fantastic news. Back to the winning ways. 3-0 win against Atlante last Friday for El Tapatio to go back to the top spots, sitting right now on the 3rd place with 10 points after 3 wins, 1 tie, and only 1 loss after the first 5 matches. As I repeat, last score was a 3-0 win against Atlante. We're only just 2 points behind the leader Cancun. Sergio Aguayo scored his 4th goal of the tournament, putting him in contention in a good position to campaign not only for the teams but for the league's top scoring duel. Also, Jorge Guzman scored his 1st goal for El Tapatio. Actually, it was the opener against Los Potros del Atlante. And we will now be traveling to Tamaulipas. We're visiting Tampico. Match day is Sunday at 9 p.m. Central Mexican time. So that's going to be the next match for El Tapatio. It will be match day 6. Right now, Tampico is sitting well beneath us. Actually, I'm looking for them on the table, but they're not near from the top spots at the moment. So let us pull up where to watch El Tapatio this upcoming Sunday. Big match. If we win and the guys on top don't make it, we might even get a combination of results that make us leaders of the general table. Let's hope so. But for that, we're gonna have to win this Saturday, September the 6th, kicking off at 9 p.m. Central Mexican time, 10 p.m. Central Time of the United States, and it's gonna be against Jaiba Brava, and the match will be on AYM Sports in Mexico. Stay tuned how you manage to watch it in the USA, but AYM Sports for all the Chivermanos in Mexico supporting El Tapatio. We also have information on the subs. Unfortunately, the under 21 lost 4-1 to Cruz Azul. But good news with the under 19, which managed to beat La Máquina by 3-2 with a last minute goal, with a last minute thriller. There we have the images of La Cantera Rojiblanca. There we go. I believe this was the last minute winner against Cruz Azul by the under 19. So una de cal y una de arena for the under 21 and the under 19.
They divided it, but they're doing well. They're playing well. They're moving up and they're getting experience, which is why we have the cantera, right? So let's see what's going on here, my friends. We're going to move on. Remember, we have some pressure coming up, pressure games that we're going to have to kind of deal with. So everybody, go to your shrink, go to the ama, go to the yerbero, whatever, okay? Do your limpias, and let's put some plus vibes out there. Just like Santi Sandoval, okay, did with the under 20, what's it, under 21 team, scored. He found a rebound in the 9-yard box, and the under 18, excuse me, and he managed to push it in. Thank you, Rob. Thank you for that info. He managed to just push it in, just like he's doing it here today. And I told you guys I was going to go away with a glass half full. So I just want to leave you guys with this data that I have asked my AI to pull up. Yes, I use artificial intelligence. Okay? But the data has to do with the scores. So I'm not going to read all that stuff. All of our forwards are scoring, my friends. Okay? That's the good news. Midfield is looking better. Campillo is starting to find his footing. And everybody, slowly but surely, is going to find the way. We have to believe. And if you don't believe, I don't know what you're doing here. Okay?
Yeah,
so, my friends, I'll see y'all next week. Okay? We have a little break. Just enjoy your weekend. Be the water. Live the day. We love you guys.
Have a good one, guys.